gang violence and other kind of violence.
Get away! I could be at work, at school, in my car, I can still get shot by the police, but I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.
What's good, Shadow Realm? It's the Black Gen Z Mindset. Make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe, and let's get into the video.
Well, breaking news now. Officials tell us a man is in critical condition right now after a shooting at a Popeyes chicken in Harvey. We're told it just happened before 8 tonight.
So, you guessed it. It brings me great sorrow to have to report that we have another instance of black men shooting up a chicken spot, shooting somebody over fried chicken, and just falling headfirst into all of the negative stereotypes. This is not something that is a rare occurrence in the community. It happens very often. I could do a whole series on fast food shootings, but I will spare you unless the story is good enough to cover. But guys, this is how bad things have gotten. These super hungry gremlins are on demon time.
At the restaurant on East 147th. No word right now on whether anybody is in custody.
We're also
now breaking news in South Suburban Harvey. That's where police are investigating a shooting at a Popeyes restaurant.
Yeah, there are multiple bullet holes in the restaurant's windows and doors and evidence markers all around the parking lot. WGN's Dana Rebick is live now in Harvey with the very latest here. Dana?
This restaurant is right on the corner of Sibley and Halstead. Police have been here for a little over 2 hours now processing this scene. I'll step over to the side here so you can see a look inside the restaurant. There are a few detectives we have seen walking back and forth inside the restaurant. There are yellow evidence markers on the floor inside. What we know at this point, again, this happened sometime before 8 p.m. tonight. Still working to confirm specific details from Harvey Police, but we do know at least one person was shot. Here on the north side, or rather the east side of the restaurant, next to the parking lot, you can see multiple bullet holes through a side window of the restaurant as well as one of the glass paneled doors.
Wow. And now this franchisee who is, managing this Popeyes is going to lose business. It's going to affect them. And this is why these food deserts are created in the black community. Because nobody wants to go to the chicken joint that keeps getting shot up.
This did happen as people were eating inside. We do not know, though, if this was a drive-by or some sort of altercation in or outside of the restaurant. A witness did describe, though, what he saw.
We got one person shot, 3-4 people skipped. They shot up the whole front line. Other than that, it was 2 elderly people in there.
So shout out to this brother for putting his face card on it and explaining exactly what happened. And we need more of this in the community because people are afraid, and you have, like he said, elderly people in there. And they are suffering, right? This is something that they are not used to, even though it's going on everywhere. But some people haven't been directly affected, therefore they don't view it as an issue. But once you get that direct hit, man, everything for you changes.
One of my family members got hit. It was bad. It was real bad.
We spoke with crisis responder Andrew Holmes over the phone. He said what he is hearing, he believes that this is something that happened out in the parking lot and that bullets flew into the restaurant. We do know, again, one person shot, but we do not know their condition at this time. Still awaiting official confirmation. All of these details from Harvey Police. Reporting live, Dana Rebick, WGN News.
All right, Dana, thank you.
Well, good afternoon. The Popeyes out here is still closed and probably will be for a while now as police continue their search for 2 gunmen.
And yeah, they should, honestly, and I hate to say it, but they should shut down the business. They should shut it all down, honestly. They should shut it all down. Because these people don't deserve a Popeyes in their neighborhood. That's just the facts.
The shooting at this Harvey's Popeyes started outside, but ended with two gunmen wearing masks going into the restaurant.
They came in on business.
This woman didn't want us to show her face or use her name, but says that she was inside the restaurant around 8 last night when the first of at least 50 shots were fired.
They just shot everything, shot the whole lobby and shot behind the front line. They shot the dude, and then blood was everywhere.
Wow.
They just keep replaying in my head how much blood was coming from him.
She says the victim was sitting at a table when he was shot and says he is a Harvey man in his 40s. She says close to 10 people, including the staff, were inside the restaurant when the shooting started. She believes 2 of those people suffered graze wounds. She hid and waited for the gunfire to stop.
All I'm seeing was gun smoke and glass and blood everywhere.
Police haven't released much information about the shooting other than to say it is still a, quote, very active investigation, leaving witnesses worried and scared.
Because anybody could have got killed. They could have came in and shot anybody.
Absolutely. And this is how reckless and careless these super gremlins on demon time really are. And until we really, lock these guys up and throw away the key, then we're going to see these types of things continue to happen. I know everybody's talking about, oh, well, people deserve a second chance. No, not these types of guys. Because they had no intention on giving you a second chance. If they just so happen to kill the man that they shot. They don't intend on giving you a second chance. So why should society give them a second chance when they're out here trying to take the lives of other black men?
Now, the witness tells me that all she saw really of the shooters, as far as the description goes, is that they were young. But again, she was hiding when the gunfire started out here. Police also not giving out any type of description for the suspects that they are looking for. So no one is in custody. We're live in Harvey.
Wow.
I'm Eric Rung, WGN News.
No suspects. Communitas, time to speak up.
All right, thank you, Eric.
Good morning. Police believe that at least 2 people started shooting around 8 o'clock last night outside of the Popeyes, but they still aren't sure why.
We got 1 person shot, 3-4 people scared. They shot up the whole front line. Other than that, it was 2 elderly people in there. One of my family members got hit. It was bad. It was real bad.
Bullet holes could be seen all over the Popeyes off Sibley near Halstead and 147th Street. Police right now say a man was critically injured in the shooting. Since it was around 8 o'clock last night, there were people eating inside the restaurant when the shots were fired. Police believe at least 2 shooters were involved. Police have not said if there was any type of altercation inside the restaurant that spilled out in the parking lot before these shots were fired, or if the person hit was the intended target. No one right now is in custody. We do expect to get a lot more information about this shooting from police a little later on this morning. For now, we are live in Harvey. I'm Eric Rung, WGN News.
Starting with a terrifying shooting at a Popeyes restaurant in the south suburbs. You can see multiple bullet holes in the glass window. We're told 1 person inside the restaurant was shot.
This is happening tonight in south suburban Harvey. NBC5's Evrod Kasmi is live at the scene with the very latest. What are you finding out, Evrod?
Well, Stefan and Allison, right now, Harvey police not really saying much. The incident's still under investigation, but you can see the fast food restaurant behind me surrounded by caution tape. I want to show you some video that gets you a little bit closer to the scene. You can see a number of evidence markers inside and outside of the restaurant. 1 window actually riddled with bullet holes. This Popeyes restaurant located at 147th and Halstead in Harvey. It's right at the corner of that intersection. I did get a chance to talk to a spokesperson for the city of Harvey who tells me that 1 male was shot and taken to Christ Hospital in critical condition from multiple gunshot injuries. They believe that there were 2 shooters wearing black clothes, but that's all the information that they have at this time. Now, as part of the investigation, police are trying to determine if this shooting happened inside or outside of the restaurant. But again, as I mentioned, the entire restaurant, including the parking lot, surrounded by caution tape. Of course, we'll keep you updated as we get more information from police. For now, we're live in Harvey tonight. Evrod Kasmi, NBC5 News. Now back to you.
Evrod, thank you so much.
What's good, Shadow Realm? It's your boy Jenquavius Jackson, and y'all already know I'm demonetized and shadow banned in this bitch. So if you want to contribute, go to the Cash App, the PayPal, the GoFundMe, or join the Patreon. Also, don't forget to visit the merch store for all your favorite BGZM News 17 gear, including our exclusive Trump is a Blood t-shirt. Go fast before they sell out. They are already flying off the shelves, no cap. And remember, these super gremlins are on demon time.
This is Chicago's very own WGN News at 9.
Good evening. I'm Micah Mater.
And I'm Ray Cortopassi.
Breaking news in the south suburbs right now. A shooting inside a Popeyes restaurant in Harvey. There are multiple bullet holes in the restaurant's windows and doors, and evidence markers litter the parking lot.
And WGN's Dana Rebick is live in Harvey with more on what happened. Dana?
We just got here just a short time ago. This is near the intersection of Sibley and Halsted in Harvey, a still very inactive scene behind me. Police here investigating this entire restaurant area. Parking lot is taped off. We see now police towards the front of the restaurant looking inside. It is the side, though, of this restaurant. We can show you some video from earlier tonight that is riddled with bullet holes. We are still working to confirm details with Harvey Police, but we do believe at least one person was shot sometime before 8 p.m. tonight. A glass panel door on the east side of the restaurant, as well as a large window, had multiple bullet holes in them next to the parking lot. This all happened, as we're told, people were eating inside. We did see evidence markers, as you mentioned, out in the parking lot, but also inside on the floor of Popeyes as well. We do not know yet if this was a drive-by, an altercation of some sort that happened in or outside of the restaurant. A witness, though, did describe what he saw.
We got one person shot, 3-4 people skipped. They shot up the whole front line. Other than that, it was 2 elderly people in there. One of my family members got hit. It was bad. It was real bad.
I did get off the phone a few minutes ago with crisis responder Andrew Holmes. He said he's also working to get more details, but what he has heard at this point, he believes this is something that happened outside and that bullets flew into that restaurant. Harvey Police are on scene. We're hoping to get some information from them that we can bring you new coming up at 10. For now, live in Harvey, Dana Rebick, WGN News.
This morning, a South suburban fast food restaurant is picking up the pieces after bullets came flying through its front windows during the dinner hour.
Yeah, just a wild situation to be sitting down eating with your family when just shots are fired. One person was shot. One is now in critical condition. CBS 2's Marissa Perlman live in Harvey following this investigation. Good morning.
Hey, good morning to both of you. As the sun just comes up, we're now able to see the damage. What happened here in real time? There are multiple bullet holes still seen through the window, the glass doors here on the east side of the restaurant, this Popeyes here off of 147th here in Harvey. Now, we know multiple people were inside the restaurant when someone opened fire just after 8 last night. Video showing multiple bullet holes in the restaurant. You can see the evidence markers there as well. Those are still here this morning. Harvey Police telling us at least one man was shot and taken to the hospital in critical condition. Now, we spoke with one witness who describes the moments right after shots were fired.
They shot up the whole front line. One of my family members got hit. It was bad. It was real bad.
Now, investigators were here into the late evening collecting evidence, speaking with other witnesses who were inside the restaurant who saw all of this happen. We know that police say no one has been arrested at this time, but they are looking for at least 2 suspects who may have been involved in this. For now, we're live in Harvey. Marissa Perlman, CBS 2 News.
Restaurant in the south suburbs is cleaning up after someone shot into its windows during last night's dinner rush.
This morning, one man is in critical condition after the shooting. CBS 2's Marissa Perlman's live in Harvey for us following that investigation. Marissa?
Good morning to both of you. This is one of several bullets that crews behind me just pulled out of the door frame of this restaurant. The cleanup here is just beginning. Multiple.
And just look how bad this looks as a reflection on the community. And this is happening in Chicago. I mean, you wonder why your businesses are leaving. This is why. We have these food deserts because y'all are shooting up all the food joints. You robbing the convenience stores. You robbing the Walmarts that closed down in Chicago. If the black community does not step up and say something about this, it's going to be food deserts everywhere. And there's nothing you're going to be able to do about it.
Bullet holes can still be seen through the window, the glass doors here on the east side of the restaurant hours after the shooting. We did just speak with one of the employees here who was inside when that gunfire rang out. She describes hearing that gunfire and hiding underneath a table, praying for her life. Now, again, we know multiple people were inside the restaurant when the shooting happened just after 8 last night. Video here showing the evidence markers and the shattered glass still here this morning. Harvey police tell us at least one man was shot and taken to the hospital in critical condition. Now, that employee tells us the man was sitting inside the restaurant at a table when 2 people with masks walked in and opened fire. They say he was shot at least 5 times. That employee describes hearing at least a few dozen gunshots ring out. She says another person inside was grazed by a bullet but is okay. Now, the employee didn't want to be identified, but shared with us how she saw gun smoke, glass, and blood as she hid underneath that table.
I was paranoid because anybody could have got killed. They could have came in and shot anybody. Being under that table, just fearing for my life. Like, my nerves real bad from that. You just gotta.
And you hear this is a black woman who is in fear for her life. So we continue to say protect black women, but where's the outrage? Where's the acknowledgement? Where's the group accountability that I'm talking about? Group accountability. Everybody raise their hand so that we all can solve this issue. I'm at fault. Everybody raise your hand. I'm at fault. Now let's take some group accountability. I denied that this was an issue. Now let's take some group accountability to move forward. I called for the defunding of the police in Chicago. Now let's take group accountability. I voted for Mayor Brandon Johnson in Chicago, who made a pledge to get rid of the Shot Spotter program that was saving black lives. Now let's take some group accountability to move forward. Unless we do this, right, we're not going anywhere as a people in this country. And it's sad to say, but when you have these super gremlins on demon time who are shooting each other over chicken, fried chicken to be exact, we are in a bad state as a community.
Stay prayed up every day. Hope you make it home, because I got kids to make it home to, family, everything.
And that's not how we should have to live. But it is how we're being forced to live.
So,
you're gonna hug your kids a little tighter tonight?
Yeah, because life's too short.
Now, investigators were here into the evening speaking with other witnesses and collecting evidence. So far, no arrests have been made, but we do know that police are looking for at least 2 suspects.
Gang violence and other kind of violence. So it is what it is.